Hello, digital friends, foes, and anyone in between. This is Rain, and I'm here to journal with you. I wanted to take you on my journaling experience that I try to do every morning. I've been slacking a little bit, so I'm bringing you along with me to both motivate me and maybe see if it helps you as well. Plus, then explaining my channel a little bit. I just started posting shorts and it's called the day, so I'm gonna be explaining why I even made my channel at all to begin with. I want to make digital friends, like genuinely. So I'm gonna take you along with me on my journaling, what I like to journal in the day, what I like to focus on, how it helps me like frame my mindset. So stay tuned. Basically, I like to plan my days, but I like to plan them the night before. So usually the night before, I'd quickly jot down 3 things that I will absolutely stick to the next day. This helps me, one, stick to some sort of structure or like schedule, because I feel like for me, I'm a very unorganized, chaotic brain. I try to do everything at once at the exact same time. And that's not productive because it keeps me from actually doing anything, since I start one thing and then like 5 seconds later I go on to the next thing, and then 3 seconds after that I'm like, oh shoot, I forgot to do this, and then I go do that, and it's like endless chaos. You can endless chaos, and it's just not productive. So something that's been really helping me has been writing down 3 things at least. Sometimes I write more if I feel like I can do more, but you don't want to overwhelm yourself because you really want to make sure you stick to these 3 things that I will absolutely do no matter what. It doesn't matter what happens in the day, it doesn't matter what chaos goes down. These are 3 things that I absolutely want and need to do that day, if that makes sense. I was supposed to write it yesterday, but I didn't. Like I said, I've been slacking a little bit, but that's okay. As long as you hop back on, that's consistency, baby. But I'm gonna write them right now, what my goals for the day are, even though it's like 3 p.m. We're gonna pretend it's not. And 3 p.m. is still a bunch of time to get things done. And best believe I'm gonna get them done, and you can too. Believe in yourself. So what are my goals for the day? Right now, I'm really prioritizing finishing my edit. I have this edit that I want to get out. So I'm gonna put on my goals, editing. And these things do not have to be super elaborate. I mean, if you want them to be, they totally can. But the whole purpose of like logging these goals is so that, 1, you stay focused on like what you have to do that day or the things you're trying to accomplish, and then 2, so that they're easy enough to stick to where you can actually do them and they don't feel like crazy insane goals that can't be reached, which is why you don't want to overwhelm and put too many, because really what this is supposed to do is help you build confidence in yourself and help you build that trust with yourself and rebuild reliability within yourself, where you're like, okay, like if I say I'm gonna get this done, I'm gonna get it done, and I always do, you know? At the beginning especially, it's totally okay if it's something so simple like just get up and get dressed, just get up and brush your teeth. It's whatever is attainable to you, but that's also a little bit of a push, you know? Something that's not easy but not too difficult that you like overwhelm yourself and end up not doing anything, because I'm very, very, very guilty of that. Trust me. It's an illness. Basically, that's the purpose. So 1 is going to be editing. 2, playing piano. I've been really neglecting hobbies and just focusing on work. I've been really itching to learn a Minecraft piano song. Y'all know, y'all better stay tuned. That is coming. I'm gonna put that. My handwriting's horrible, by the way. I'm gonna show you in a second, but just beware. It is horrendous. 3 is definitely going to the gym. Could put like an hour at the gym. I could put like doing XYZ at the gym, but know where you're at. I get overwhelmed very easily, especially by like timed crunches, which is why the only time crunch that I have is the playing piano. And it's a very small amount of time. If I go over, that's cool. If I go under, no. So the gym, I don't want to specify a time, because right now my biggest issue is just showing up. And I feel like as long as I show up and do anything, it's so much better than not doing anything at all. Like, it's so good to get your body moving. It's so good to connect with yourself, and just showing up shows that you're putting in effort into yourself, and it gives you that confidence in yourself. I could stay there for 10 minutes. I could stay there for just walking. I could stay there just to observe people. I don't know why the hell I would do that, but I could. What matters is that I show up to the gym. I make the effort to show up. So these are my little goals. They're right here. I just wrote them. After I do that, I would start with the 10 gratefuls, and I write 10 things that I'm grateful for. It can be anything. It could be like, I'm grateful that I woke up today. Maybe you're not grateful that you woke up today. Then maybe it could be like, I'm grateful that I woke up and it was raining and it was beautifully relaxing. It could be, I'm grateful that I have all 10 of my toes. If you have all 10 of your toes, it could be, I'm grateful to have eyes that can see. I'm grateful that I had my morning coffee today. It could be something so simple. You can make it as like deep or like as simple as you prefer. Some days are going to be harder to be grateful for things. There's some days I wake up and it's very hard to be grateful. There's some days where I feel like hopeless or deeply unhappy or worthless, or the things are happening around me that feel so uncontrollable and I feel so overwhelmed. But I always try my best to stay grounded, even if it's so simple. Like, even if it's like, I'm grateful that I have all 5 of my senses. I'm grateful that I still have a memory that functions. It could be anything. Everyone's life experience is so different. What you're grateful for should not depend on anyone else other than yourself. But I do genuinely believe that everyone always has something to be grateful for, even if it's something super basic. And I think focusing on those things helps you navigate hard times and also helps you reinforce good times as well, because life is always going to be up and down. And I feel like this is like a very clear way for me to stay stable in my thought process. And it does, like I said, it's a challenge. It's not easy. It doesn't always work. It's not always easy to come up with things that I'm grateful for, but I try my best. It's been helping me a lot, honestly. Maybe it won't help you, but it's something worth trying if you're not sure. I'm gonna write down the things that I'm grateful for, and then I'm going to share them with you. So sorry about that. So I just finished, and I'm going to share with you what exactly I'm grateful for. I'm grateful to have a fully functional, healthy body that allows me to not only do simple things like make my coffee, open my cupboards, and squat to grab a pan, but that also allows me to do cool little things like drive. I'm grateful to have a brain that is capable of executing my desires physically. I have a brain that allows me to do things like puzzles that can connect my neurons and be like, okay, you're gonna move your arm this way, and it does. My body actually follows my mind. That is insane. I don't know if that makes sense, but it makes sense to me, and that's what matters. I'm grateful to have a wide range of emotions that allows me to be able to feel deeply, and also as a result, like I can connect with a lot of the people that I meet, and I'm really, really grateful for that. I'm grateful to have the universe and God's guidance towards a direction that will always lead me towards fulfillment, gratitude, love, and exponential growth and abundance. I genuinely believe this. I think everything that happens in life happens for a reason. Sometimes it's hard to see, and sometimes it can look really ugly, but I think that everything that you go through always leads you to be who you are, and who you are is a gift, and the culmination of everything you go to makes you the person you are today, and the culmination of everything you will go through makes you the person you will be in the future. And I think that if you take everything that you learn and really use that as fuel to become a better person, it'll always be worth it. That's what gets me through the day. Maybe that's not what would get you through the day, but I'm sharing what gets me through the day, and that is exactly how I navigate my life. I really trust that everything that I go through is to learn from and to grow from. Life will keep moving, but I can use that as fuel to be a better person every day. But yeah, I'm very passionate about that one. And then lastly, I'm grateful to be navigating and learning more about my little life and expansive, vibrant soul in this vessel. I really wanted to take a moment to appreciate me, my body. I'm so grateful for my vessel. I feel like I really work towards understanding my soul and toward letting my soul shine. And I know it might sound weird that I distinguish them, because a lot of people associate themselves with their soul, but I really believe that a soul is not a thinking being. It is just a ball of energy placed within you, and this energy just seeks to experience. It doesn't exactly know what it's experiencing, but it feels experience, and it feels that energy that you get through other people, through conversations, through the things that you do. And I really want to give my soul the best experience possible by working towards absorbing all positive energies around me, and by doing things that give me positive energy, and by releasing things that create a negative space. And yeah, I just really want to give my soul a happy life and grow my soul's positive energy and spread that energy to people around me. That is genuinely my biggest goal, and that is honestly why I created this little channel, create my little shorts, little channel for a little girl. I'm 5'2", so small girl. But yeah, like that's the purpose of my channel. I really want to spread a positive energy. I really want to connect with people around me, make digital friends. I really love talking with other people. That's my gratefuls. Oh, I almost forgot. Aside from my gratefuls, I also do I ams. I basically just read this. I wrote it a while ago on one of my other journal entries, but I ams are just like affirmations to yourself. And I'm not going to share these only because I believe in the evil eye, but I do think it's good to do I ams. I think it really sets up your mindset to think about yourself positively. For the I ams, you want to think about everything you want to be, like who is the highest version of yourself, and you want to act like you are already this person. So I'll give a basic kind of example. Let's say I want to be a reliable person. Let's say I struggle with that. Like I've shown a lot of unreliability. Maybe people don't have confidence in me because I break my promises a lot. Maybe people don't really rely on me because I'm always late. In my I ams, I'm going to say I am reliable. I show up to everything on time. I always stick to what I say I'm going to do. I always fulfill my promises. You say that to yourself every day and rewire your brain into thinking that this is who you are, because then it does become who you are, and that's what you want to be. Who you want to be will be real. Like that's 100% possible. You don't have to feel limited in how you've expressed yourself thus far. That doesn't define who you are as a person. You can redefine yourself literally in seconds. So that's what I do. I read basically affirmations, 10 I ams, and it could be anything that you want to be. That comes right after my gratefuls, but then after that I get into this book. So I'm gonna do my I ams, and then I'm gonna tell you what this book is. Look at at how full that is. Feels so accomplished. Now that I'm finished with those, I will take you through this. It's a journal that kind of documents what I'm not proud of and how I'm gonna fix it, and then how I'll feel after I fix it. Oh, to preface, this is something, it's already written, but this is something that I read every day after my journaling. That helps me remember my why, like why I'm doing this, why I care, and then also reminds me of how rewarding it will feel to overcome this thing that I struggle with, you know? And help me reframe my mind as well, which is what this whole thing is. This whole thing is just reframing. And it's something I'm still doing. I don't want you to think like I'm a pro or something. I'm actively working towards reframing my mind, and it's not easy every day. It is not easy, but we don't think like that. I know it will come when it needs to come. So step one is an area of life that I'm not proud of. And for me, I'll share that with you. It is discipline, which is why this whole channel and my reels are based around discipline. It's because I'm not proud of my discipline. Number two is, what do your issues with this look like for you? For me, it's not being able to stay focused on a single task, getting easily distracted by small disturbances or small blips in my routine. I react more to impulses and desires than just staying focused and remaining on whatever I need to do. I rarely resist temptation. A lot of this has to do with food. Like, let's say there is a big fat cake in front of me. Even just thinking about it makes my mouth water, bro. I'm more inclined to take a bite of that cake instead of being like, no, I have goals and I know my goals will outweigh this. And then I end up eating the whole freaking cake. But I don't want to do that. So that's why I wrote it here. I don't follow through on my word. I struggle to keep promises made to myself and others. I rarely feel satisfied with my day-to-day outcomes regarding work, required tasks, and general productivity. I'm always searching for what is most immediately gratifying. It's hard for me to push myself to do something long-term if I don't see immediate results. That could be with anything. That could be like, obviously, with like weight loss, for example, or like muscle growth. That could be with, let's say, piano, like I just mentioned that I want to do. I start piano, I feel like I suck, and I'm like, you know what, I'm done. I don't even want to try piano anymore. Like, that's not how it should be. The things that are not immediately gratifying are the most rewarding in the end. Then we go on to habits. Number three, which is going to be very similar. It's habits and rituals that keep me in the area of life that I'm not proud of. Like, what keeps me undisciplined, what keeps me doing the things that I do that make me feel undisciplined. So some habits that keep me here. One, mentality. I have a lack of confidence, a fear of failing. I have feelings of hopelessness. I have a learned negative outlook on the world, especially around other people and trusting other people and other people's intentions. I try to focus on everything at once instead of just one small goal at a time. I leave things to the last minute. I spend too much time thinking about other people and also spending time with other people, which doesn't allow me to accomplish my own goals and fulfill my own needs. I spend too much time trying to perfect everything. I take way too long trying to make everything perfect and don't actually get anything done. And yeah, there's a bunch of other ones, as you can see. I'm just gonna share a couple. So then number four would be, what are my goals? And you only have to write this once. Like I said, like I just reread this to remind myself like why I'm doing these things. A lot of this is just reiterating and reminding yourself why you're doing anything to begin with, because it's hard to remember, trust. Like, I know I'm a very forgetful girl. But yeah, my goals are consistency, persistence, real accomplishment, and pride. And you basically write what that looks like for you. For me, I wrote down a bunch of things, but I'm not going to give specifics because, again, evil eye. But I will say like some general kind of goals that I have. So one, it's waking up early, preferably around 5:30, 6 latest, because that helps me mentally recharge, which helps me be a better person every day. Two is sleeping early, because if I'm gonna wake up early, I need to get good rest. So sleeping early. Right now I have it as 12, and 5 hours is not a lot, but that's temporary, and that's just as a transition. I'd like to sleep around 10, 11 latest. And then eating, I want my eating to be relatively clean. I want it to have very little processed ingredients. I mean, that's like a whole discussion of something else, but like for me and my body, like I've noticed that I physically feel so much better and I have so much more energy when I eat things that are not heavily processed or refined. I have very minimal amounts of ingredients, like 10 ingredients or less, maybe even less than that, maybe like 5 or less, and that are basically just like the food. That's why I eat eggs and bacon. Bacon is pretty processed though. I wouldn't recommend bacon. I just already got like a huge pack, so I wouldn't recommend that. Not that I would recommend anything that I do. This is what works for me. But like eggs and beef, for example. Eggs and beef, beautiful meal. A soup with beef broth, salt, spices, shaved beef, vegetables like bok choy, mushrooms, like all those things. 10 out of 10. Beautiful meal. Always makes me feel satiated and not super bloated. Fruits, honey instead of sugars. Coconut yogurt is really good, like specifically like non-dairy coconut yogurt. I don't know why, I love it. It makes me feel really good. Minimal amounts of dairy make me feel really good, like a little bit of cheese. Not too carb heavy, but low-key pasta be hitting for my body. I never get bloated from pasta, and I love that. Focusing on like the physical feeling and not the emotional desires of like wanting a cake because it's tasty and because I'm emotionally down right now and I need something to uplift my day. I want to release that kind of connection with food, the emotional connection, I mean. One of the things I put was not being hunger motivated, but rewards motivated by my my goals. So maybe like buying myself something cute, or like treating myself to a little day trip in San Diego by myself or something like that. And I want to take up more hobbies and actually focus on spending time on those. So like piano, like I mentioned, guitar, knitting. I used to knit a little bit. My roommate in college taught me how to knit, and that was wonderful for my mental health. Stepping outside and finding hobbies with other people would be amazing. I don't really socialize with many people. Just like little hobbies and stuff that help me stay motivated for my day. I want to go to the gym. I want to prioritize getting my steps in, being a healthy body, taking care of my body. I want to prioritize flexibility, navigating life very peacefully, patiently. So then number 6, how do I feel after accomplishing these goals? What will be the result? For me, this is like, how do I feel after waking up early? Now, like, let's in this world in our head, we've accomplished all our goals. We started waking up early, we started feeling really good, we started filming and posting, we started eating only clean foods that make us feel good and not bloated and not icky and that give us a lot of energy and make us feel good about ourselves. Started getting good rest, we started treating our mind good, saying positive affirmations, we feel really good about ourselves, we feel confident. Like, what happens after you accomplish this whole transformation? I have full confidence and trust in myself. I am able to trust everything that I say I'm going to do. If I say I'm going to get up and do something, I know I'm going to do it. I wake up with only positive thoughts, even in my toughest times. I understand myself and I love spending time with myself. Like, this is how you will feel once you reach the best version of yourself. If you were to have all of these goals completed, how would you feel about yourself and how would you feel about your life, basically, is what this is. And this is what you want to carry with you and what you want to remember and what you want to tell yourself all the time, because this is what frames your mind to do these things. This, how you feel after accomplishing these goals, is how you should feel right now. But it's just to like remind you of like what the purpose is. Like, I want this for myself and I want to fix this because I want to feel this way and I will feel this way today. Like, it's kind of like that. Honestly, I could talk about this forever. I don't want to keep anyone who's still here too long. I would love if anyone wants to comment and share kind of like their beliefs or like what they feel. Even if it's different, that's totally okay. We all have different lives, different experiences. We all have different things that work for us. This is just what works for me and how I've been helping myself get out of a bit of a rut. It's been helping me a lot with confidence and my mindset and with feeling good about myself and the world around me. So I just wanted to share that, but feel free to share anything that works for you. Feel free to tell me how you're feeling. I would love to talk. I hope everyone here has an amazing, beautiful day, night. I hope that anything you're looking forward to is beyond what you expected and more. And I just hope the best for everyone here and for myself as well. See you next time. Bye, guys.